Centuries had passed since humanity first stepped beyond the blue skies of Earth to join the vast and ancient Galactic Council, a coalition of countless alien species that ruled the known universe. To most of these distant worlds, Earth was nothing more than a forgotten primitive planet, one that had barely learned to speak the language of the stars and still clung to old ways. The Council viewed humans as predictable, slow to change, and unremarkable. But beneath that quiet surface, Earth was a secret few knew. Humans had been working in the shadows, quietly mastering technologies so advanced and strange that they made many alien scientists uneasy. For generations, Earth's leaders kept their progress hidden, wary of the Council's watchful eyes and the risk of sparking fear or jealousy among other species. Then, without warning, a brutal storm broke the fragile peace. A powerful and aggressive alien faction from a neighboring star system, long resentful of humanity's expansion into what they called their territory, launched a sudden and devastating strike against several human colonies scattered among the stars. The attacks were swift and merciless, catching many off guard. Panic spread across Earth's communications networks, and calls for help were sent up the chain to the Galactic Council, the very body meant to protect all its members. But the Council hesitated, torn between politics and old prejudices about humanity's place in the galactic order. Many delegates whispered behind closed doors, doubting Earth's ability to survive such an onslaught. Some even suggested that Earth's colonies were expendable, mere experiments in human ambition that had finally outgrown their usefulness. Meanwhile, the people of Earth watched helplessly as their distant homes were destroyed, their loved ones caught in the crossfire of a conflict they had hoped to avoid. Diplomacy, once their strongest weapon, was now a fragile shield cracking under pressure. It became painfully clear to Earth's leaders that negotiations would not save their people. This time, the Council's silence was deafening, their reluctance a bitter blow that revealed the true depth of their doubts about humanity's value. So, in the halls of Earth's highest command, a decision was made that would change everything. No longer would Earth plead for mercy or stand quietly while their colonies burned. It was time to rise, to show the galaxy what humanity could truly do when pushed to the edge. Scientists unveiled secret projects born from years of hidden research. Technology that could disrupt enemy ships at their very core. Weapons crafted not for domination, but survival. Soldiers trained in tactics that leveraged human adaptability and resilience, ready to face an enemy many considered unbeatable. The people of Earth, once dismissed as simple and slow, began to prepare for a fight that would echo across the stars. The first strikes were small, careful, and precise, designed to test the enemy's strength and resolve. But each victory, no matter how minor, sent waves of hope through the colonies and sparked whispers of something new, a force to be reckoned with. As Earth's resistance grew stronger, the Galactic Council found itself forced to watch a human story unfold in real time. One of determination, courage, and unexpected power. And deep within the Council chambers, those who had doubted humanity began to wonder if they had made a grave mistake. The shattered alliance, once taken for granted, now stood on the brink of transformation, its fate held in the hands of a species that had learned to fight, not just for survival, but for respect. The quiet storm from Earth was only just beginning as the threat against Earth's colonies grew closer and more dangerous. The people of Earth knew they had to act quickly. Behind closed doors, far from the eyes of the Galactic Council, the planet's greatest scientists and engineers worked day and night to prepare a secret weapon, one unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. This was no ordinary technology. It was a bioengineered nanite swarm, tiny machines so small they could flow through the tiniest cracks in an enemy ship's hull. These nanites could disrupt the ships at a molecular level, breaking down engines, weapons, and life support systems from within, turning the enemy's greatest strengths into weaknesses. While the Council continued to debate and delay, Earth's leaders understood that victory would come from more than just brute force. They combined this new technology with human ingenuity, cunning, and the fierce spirit that had helped them survive countless hardships on their home planet. The soldiers were trained not only in traditional warfare, but in guerrilla tactics, striking fast, disappearing into space's endless shadows, and using the terrain of asteroid fields and nebulae as cover. When the time came, Earth's defenders launched their first counterattacks with precision and surprise. Fleets of human ships moved swiftly and silently, unleashing the nanite swarms deep into enemy vessels. The invaders, confident in their superior numbers and technology, were shocked as their ships began failing one by one without any visible damage. Panic spread through their ranks, and confusion replaced their usual arrogance. Each successful strike sent a powerful message to the galaxy. Humanity was no longer a weak link to be ignored. News of Earth's unexpected victories traveled fast among the colonies. Those who had feared total defeat now found hope, their morale rising with every victory. Human forces liberated captured colonies, freeing oppressed populations and gathering new allies who admired Earth's determination. Yet, as Earth's power grew, the Galactic Council grew uneasy. Behind the polished halls and diplomatic chambers, whispers of suspicion and fear spread among the council members. Some feared that humanity's secret weapon and unyielding spirit could upset the delicate balance of power that had existed for centuries. They worried that Earth's rise might lead to instability, or worse, a new conflict that no one could control. Despite these concerns, the Council could not deny the facts. Humanity was proving itself a force to be reckoned with, capable of innovation and courage beyond what many had imagined. The invaders, once confident of an easy victory, found themselves retreating, their carefully planned campaign unraveling before their eyes. Human pilots, fueled by the knowledge that their home and loved ones depended on their success, took greater risks and found new ways to exploit the weaknesses the nanites revealed. Earth's scientists continued to improve their technology, adapting the nanites to work in new environments and against unexpected threats. Each battle was a test, a learning opportunity, and with every encounter, Earth's forces grew stronger and more confident. The galaxy watched in silence as this small, once dismissed planet transformed into a rising star of power and hope. But not everyone was ready to accept this change. Some alien leaders saw humanity's boldness as dangerous, arrogance, a challenge to the established order that must be stopped before it was too late. As tensions simmered, Earth prepared for the battles yet to come, knowing that the road ahead would be long and filled with challenges. But for the first time in generations, the people of Earth held their heads high, ready to face whatever the galaxy would throw at them. Their hidden arsenal was no longer a secret, and with it, humanity's story was changing forever. The Galactic Council had never faced a challenge quite like this before. In a rare emergency session, representatives from dozens of star systems gathered, their faces grim and voices low as they debated the meaning of Earth's sudden and powerful military success. The chamber, usually filled with calm and diplomatic politeness, now buzzed with tension and uncertainty. Some council members viewed humanity's rapid rise with suspicion and fear, worried that Earth's growing strength could upset the delicate balance of power that had maintained peace for centuries. They whispered that humans were reckless and dangerous, unpredictable in their ambition, and that their secret technologies could lead to chaos across the galaxy. These members pushed to condemn Earth as a rogue planet, arguing that its actions threatened the stability of the entire council. However, other voices spoke in defense of Earth's courage and determination, admiring how a species once dismissed as weak had risen with fierce resolve to defend its people and free oppressed colonies. They reminded the council that Earth had been a member for centuries and deserved respect, even if it challenged old power structures. As the debate raged, far from the marble halls and crystal chambers of the council, Earth's fleets pressed deeper into the contested regions of space, carrying their fight to the front lines. Human ships moved swiftly through asteroid belts and dark nebulae, liberating colonies that had long suffered under the yoke of the invaders. These colonies, once broken and fearful, now rallied to Earth's banner, inspired by the humans' bravery and the promise of freedom. Alongside humans, Many alien species who had lived quietly under oppression began to rise up, seeing in Earth a beacon of hope and a symbol of resistance. The battle lines shifted as alliances changed, and the map of control in the galaxy began to redraw itself before the eyes of the Council. This growing movement of united species posed a new question that none of the Council members could easily answer. Should they attempt to rein in Earth and its allies, labeling them rebels who threatened peace, or accept that humanity was now a vital force in the galaxy's future? The weight of this decision hung heavily over the Council chamber. Each representative considered not only political consequences, but the possibility of a new era, one shaped by the unexpected strength of a species that had once been underestimated. Meanwhile, the Council's inaction or division sent mixed messages to the galaxy. Some feared that hesitation might encourage further conflict, while others hoped for a peaceful resolution through negotiation. Yet, Earth's momentum showed no sign of slowing. The planet and its allies moved with purpose and clarity, determined to secure safety and justice for themselves and those who had suffered too long. As the Council debated, secret meetings and alliances formed in the shadows, with some factions plotting to either support or sabotage Earth's rise depending on their own interests. The galaxy was at a crossroads, caught between old rules and new realities. The question was no longer whether Earth would continue to fight, but how the Council would respond to a challenge that could either break the old order or build something stronger and fairer. With every passing day, the answer grew more urgent, and the Council's dilemma deepened, setting the stage for a conflict that would decide the fate of countless worlds. Amidst this uncertainty, one thing became clear. Humanity's time had come, and the universe was about to change forever. The invaders, desperate to reclaim their lost territory and restore their shattered pride, gathered the largest fleet the galaxy had ever seen to launch a massive all-out assault on Earth's homeworld. Their ships darkened the skies in endless waves, weapons bristling and engines roaring, determined to crush the human resistance once and for all. Earth's defense forces, though vastly outnumbered and outgunned, refused to bow. Instead of meeting the enemy with conventional tactics, they relied on asymmetric warfare, using hit-and-run strikes, guerrilla maneuvers, and surprise attacks that confused and wore down the invaders. At the heart of their strategy was the secret nanite technology, unleashed with devastating precision. These tiny machines infiltrated enemy vessels and weapon systems, causing chaos from within, disabling entire fleets without warning. The battle raged fiercely in orbit and on the planet's surface, with cities turned into battlegrounds and skies filled with streaks of laser fire and explosions. The invaders expected a quick victory, but every assault was met with fierce resistance and unexpected counterattacks that struck deep into their ranks. Human pilots, fueled by determination and the memory of their lost colonies, fought with unmatched bravery and skill, often risking their lives to protect one another and the planet they called home. As the fight dragged on, the Galactic Council watched in stunned silence, their long-held beliefs shaken to the core. The humans were not just surviving, they were winning against impossible odds. Each victory sent shockwaves through the Council, forcing them to reconsider what they thought they knew about Earth and its people. The battle was more than a clash of weapons. It was a statement, a declaration that humanity would no longer be ignored or underestimated. Their victory reshaped the future, demanding respect and recognition on a scale the galaxy had never seen. Through sacrifice, innovation, and unyielding spirit, Earth stood firm, proving that even when faced with overwhelming power, courage, and unity could change the course of history forever. As the last remnants of the invaders' fleet vanished into the cold darkness of space, Earth stood victorious, but changed forever. The battle had tested every fiber of humanity's strength, revealing not only their courage, but also their capacity to innovate and unite against overwhelming odds. The Galactic Council, once so quick to dismiss Earth as a backwater world, found itself silent, grappling with the undeniable truth. Humanity had become a galactic power to be reckoned with. News of Earth's triumph spread like wildfire through the stars, shaking old alliances and inspiring new ones. Alien species, who had watched the conflict unfold with a mix of fear and admiration, began to approach Earth with cautious hope, eager to forge partnerships with a civilization that had proven itself both fierce and fair. Diplomatic envoys from distant worlds arrived on Earth's surface, their ships sleek and unfamiliar, carrying messages of respect and proposals for cooperation. Earth's diplomats, guided by a vision of peace and shared progress, stepped forward confidently, offering not only alliance, but a new model of leadership, one that respected Earth's hard-won sovereignty while inviting others to join in a future built on mutual respect and innovation. This new era was not about domination or control. It was about collaboration and growth, about learning from one another to face challenges that no single species could overcome alone. Humanity's unique blend of determination, creativity, and resilience had opened doors previously thought locked, and with every conversation, Earth reshaped the galactic order. Among the stars, humans stood tall and proud, no longer the underestimated, newcomers but equals among the great civilizations of the universe. Their homeworld became a symbol of hope and strength, a beacon for those seeking freedom and a fresh start. Yet, this new dawn was only the beginning. The galaxy was vast, filled with mysteries and dangers, but humanity faced the future with open eyes and steady hearts. They had fought hard for their place, and now they would help shape the destiny of countless worlds, not through fear or force, but through courage, wisdom, and unity. The story of Earth was no longer one of quiet survival. It was a story of bold leadership and endless possibility, a promise that the future would be brighter for all who dared to dream among the stars.